to see SZA dropping an album this weekend finally.
Jesus, man. 5.5 year wait, dude. Control was June 2017. The Top Dog Entertainment starlet. The slow burn rise to the top of R&B full stop, I think. When SZA dropped back in 2017, that was not her status in R&B music. But Control is an album that really just stuck around and had this amazing streaming life, and you saw it manifest with the loose singles that SZA put out in the more recent years, and the performance of a song like "Kiss Me More" with Doja Cat. Like, she just kind of became a force, despite the fact that there was this tremendous wait for new music and seemingly consistent label issues and disagreements between SZA and the TDE camp and whatnot. And yet, she just seems like so incredibly successful. She just announced the SOS tour with Omar Apollo, and she's doing arenas. You know,
Yeah.
like it really kind of blows my mind because like I still think back to like pre-Control, like 2014 when like Z came out,
Hmm.
and like yeah, like it just I just never saw this getting to this point. But like she has multiple like multi platinum songs off Control. It's like it's just one of the biggest records of the last decade,
Hmm.
honestly.
It's really exciting to not only get something that feels this like thoughtful and well developed and really emotional. I mean, she's really like spilling herself on this, but also I think something that feels like she's still continuing to invent herself and push herself stylistically, genre wise. Um, and listening to this a few times, I was mostly just struck by her ability to like really just write these super catchy uh couple of lines that you just know. Like you can just see the TikToks being made about them. You can just see these like songs get stuck in your head, and she just feels like she's gonna be everywhere with this new album for however long until she drops the next one. It's just like, okay, so this is just gonna be continually doing this probably for the rest of our lives. It feels like she's that good.
I exactly agree. Like the lyricism, the personality that she imbues in
Mhm.
her songwriting is just so endearing to so many people. And that's why you see such love and fanfare already for so many songs off SOS online. Like people just are feeling it, man. Like there are lines she says, there are things she says in such an honest way, such a matter of fact way, a funny way, whatever it might be, that you just don't get, I think, that true like candor and that true like unique personality in R&B music like this. And yeah, I really loved SOS, and I think I love the fact that it was long and all over the place, but SZA is so capable that she was able to like really switch up genre, song to song on us, and do all of it so well that you can't help but be like, wow, it's okay that like this is jumping around and being all over the place because she really is doing it well. Like, yeah, I loved it.
I think the first song for me that comes to mind from this, and it's funny because I never would have expected this going to a SZA album, is F2F, which
Oh my
is
god.
it's like she just decided I'm gonna be like a rock star. I'm just gonna like step on Willow's corner and just completely make the best song in the genre that came out this year. I was so fucking impressed with this. It starts off and I'm like, is this like gonna be some corny like pop sounding thing? And then like the guitars come in at the chorus, get a rise out of watching you fall, and I'm yes, fucking go. Like it just is so catchy, so well written that like I hate myself for the two of us. Like it's
Yeah.
so perfectly done. It's amazing.
Totally, and it's so funny because it follows up "Ghost in the Machine" featuring Phoebe
Yes.
Bridgers, which is actually like a pretty capable indie rock song.
Hmm.
And then she's like, "You know what? No, actually, I'm gonna turn it up all the way to 11 with F2F and make a fucking punk pop song. It's
Hmm.
hilarious, pop punk song." Like you said, "I hate me enough for the two of us." That's a classic, instant classic. Says a line.
Yeah, I'll see it
Uh,
on TikTok for the rest of my life.
yeah, I fuck him because I miss you. Like again, like
Mhm.
incredible performance. And yeah, like I think like man, I just never would have seen that coming. Like her letting
Oh,
loose in that way. But it's so not only is it confident, it's just really good. It's really fun. You know,
Mhm.
that was a blast, honestly.
I loved
But
that whole
yeah,
run from Smoking on My X Pack through Nobody Gets Me because it's just so unexpected, and the rest of the album is a lot more what you expect from SZA. But that 4 song stretch just is so unique to me because it's like her just I'm making a rap song, I'm gonna make a indie song, I'm making a punk pop song, and then she makes a more just classic acoustic song. I'm like, man, she just fucking can nail all this stuff, and it's just seems so effortless in a lot of ways. Tell me about the other things that you liked, though.
yeah, no, I totally agree about that run, and I would actually drop it a song earlier too. You mentioned "Smoking on My X Pack." That's just her doing like hip hop and like actually having like really capable rap flow and stuff.
Mhm.
Because of course she has that. But the song before that, "Gone Girl,"
Oh yeah.
might be my favorite. Just like when the piano drops in on that, it's like
Mhm.
Jesus Christ, this sounds so great, and her singing is so impassioned on it.
Mhm.
Um, I love that one. I thought her flow on "Notice Me" was really good. That's another one. Lyrically, it's going to affect a lot of people, I would think. Um, Love Language, she samples her own previous single, Hit Different. Like you love to see that level of like meta attention to your own previous music. That's really fun.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, and even songs I think are just like, solid R&B joints, solid SZA songs. I thought Seek and Destroy was really good. I thought
Yep.
Too Late was really good. Like I think there's a lot on this. I think ultimately, yeah, like 23 songs probably didn't need all those. Like I don't know about you, like Open Arms with Travis Scott. Obviously, I get why she's making those songs with Travis Scott. Love Galore from
Mhm.
Control is like 6 times platinum. Don't think it hits the same highs. I Hate You and Good Days, previous singles. I never don't really love those, but Shirt I think was one of the newer singles. I think is still pretty solid. So yeah, I mean ultimately there's just a lot of I think a lot to like really dig into and appreciate. And that's in addition to the fact that you still have all those really awesome like SZA qualities when it comes to her vocal performances and her songwriting. So like it's really everything you could have wanted.
The thing I really liked about the song with Travis Scott is not so much the song itself, but that she could have just put him on low at the beginning. It would have felt like, okay, it's just a Travis Scott song. But no, she kept that song for herself. And then she's like, I'm going to go put Travis on one of my songs. You're right. And so, like, I just really appreciate that because I feel like so often now when we see Travis jumping on someone's album, they're trying to make the song to fit him. And she's just like, no, you're on my album. And I'm going to do what the fuck I want, which I just really appreciated. Um, yeah, I think I like what you said about Seek and Destroy. I think that one stood out to me as well. I actually like the one before it, Kill Bill, as well. I think that the chorus is just really catchy. I just killed my ex. And I think that's the thing is like the more I listen to it, the more I just find these little like phrases or these like one or two lines just really getting stuck in my head. And yeah, I mean, I agree. It's bloated. 23 songs always going to be. I wonder if that's just a facet of the fact that she hadn't dropped in so long, or if it's trying to play the streams.
Yeah,
I don't know.
it's a good question. I mean, earlier this year, Control got like a 5-year anniversary deluxe with some bonus tracks on it. If anything's gaming the streams, it's something like that, you
Mhm.
know. But yeah, I mean, I think at the end of the day, like SOS, you have Good Days on this. Good Days came out in 2020. Yeah, I Hate You 2021. Like those are old songs. Whatever, it's fine. But I mean, yeah, Old Dirty Bastard sample.
Yeah, awesome.
It's a flex for sure, but awesome. Um, I mean, honestly, like I was even impressed. Like, I don't know if I caught it when she first said it, but like I think I caught it on re-listen where, and a lot been written about this already. On Conceited, she very candidly speaks about plastic surgery she's had done on herself and how she feels about that positively and is not afraid to say it as much. And I think that is another kind of lyrical sentiment that obviously is really positive to hear in music, and I think will get a lot of love from listeners as well.
Consider this a breakup album,
I mean, it has to be, right?
right? Right, but like it doesn't feel like it's fully a breakup album. But I agree. I guess I would say it is. Would you say that this is the best breakup album since Melodrama?
Oh, well, I hadn't thought about that.
Hmm.
I'm not nothing. I don't know what immediately comes to mind as another contender for that status, but uh, yeah, in terms of like impassioned vocals about failing romance and just in general struggling to move on with your life and things like that, yeah, this is definitely up there.
Yeah, it was the first thing that came to mind. I was like, "Ooh, this might be the best one since Melodrama." That for me, had to probably go back and check that, but just really, really impressed with this overall. Again, we'll be adding a song or two to our Nostalgia Best of 2022 playlist on Spotify.